Oh god. Hold on. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh god. Excuse me. I will whisper all the Transformers lore to you all I want, Joe. You cannot stop me.
Wow.
LMC underscore Jard just resubscribed for 10
I wasn't
months.
even ready. Hold on.
LMC
Wow.
underscore Jard just
okay.
resubscribed for 10 months.
That's so awesome. Thank you, Jared, for the 10 months. That's so awesome. Thank you. Hello, guys. Welcome everyone to the chat. Hello, Ronnie. I resubbed twice. Haha. You did. That was crazy. I don't think you can do that. I gotta put my gloves on. I forgot to put my gloves on. But hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. Life's been crazy. Sorry I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. I mean, I've been guest starring in Sorbolado's streams. So like I technically have been in streams. Anyway, so as you can guess from the title, I'm going to be drawing. We're going to be drawn on my Twitter. I put up a little draw my mutuals OCs challenge, and we're gonna be doing that today. I got all 6 slots filled. So we're gonna be doing that. We're also gonna be finishing the first page of the art style challenge as best as we can today. And that's all I have planned for right now. We might like end stream for a little bit, and then play video game. I don't know what we're planning today. So it's gonna be pretty fun. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So it's gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna be chilling. I'm very excited to draw all these characters because some of them I haven't drawn before. Okay, goodbye, Jared. Thank you for the sub again. Thank you. So we're gonna get right into the news. No, just kidding. Got our little thing. Oh wait, I don't have monitor on. Hold on. I'm a silly little guy. I forgot to put my output on. Oh, it is your birthday. Happy birthday, Ronnie. There we go. Put the thing up. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright. Oh, forgot to put the Sonic music on. Oh wait, the Sonic music is on. Oopsie. I forgot. But we're gonna be drawing some sillies today. Hi, Doug. I did forgore. Listen, I've had a lot go on this week, so a lot of things have been happening this week. So I also forgot my other friend's birthday, who I think it's today or it was yesterday, but I also forgot his birthday. So this week has been a little whack. But let me get all the references I have of everyone. Yes. Just grab everyone. I think I'm going to do Perry first, maybe. I'll do Perry first because I think he was the first one to comment. I can't remember. It's whatever. I'll just go in order, backwards. So we got our little Perry guy over here. I love this guy. This guy's so cool. Perry's not here today, which is a little sad, but it's okay. Okay, so let me do something really quick. charge that. So I want him to have I'm using his eye bags color for his background color. So he can be purple. There we go. Look at that little guy. And I'm gonna draw him. I'm gonna draw this little guy. So let me do boxes. Name those boxes. I don't need a full. No! I didn't mean to do that. I can just do back. Fuck. Backgrounds. There you go. Let me check the audio really quick. Because I forget to do that every time I stream. The audio on the music is a little low. There we go. That's better. How's that? Yep, that's better. I like that. That's a lot better. It's you! It's you, Perry! Hello! I'm gonna draw you first! You get to be drawn first. How do you feel? It's so awesome. I'm even gonna give everyone like a little cute neon name. Oh, that is disgusting. Hold on. Maybe I should give you like black. Oh, that looks kind of cool. That go kind of crazy. Perry. There you go. This is epic. It is very epic. There you are. There's your little name. Your silly little name. Okay. These might be like kind of like cleaned sketches, or like slightly colored. Haven't fully decided what I wanted to do with them. But they're gonna be cute. Hold on, I'm gonna actually size up this canvas. Sammy. I will put Samuel. So let's do a 137. Wait, what was it? Canvas resolution. Okay, so let's do 1073. Okay, so 173 by no 8. I'm very confused. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, sure, that works. object. Why won't it let me select everything? Oh wait, lasso. Fuck. Lasso. Fuck. Lasso. Object. Big. Nope. I love the lo-fi Sonic music. It's awesome. This is a scuffed way of doing it, but I do not care. I'm gonna have to take off this anyway, so to make it even. There we go. So how has y'all's days been? Or weekend been? Whoops. Been doing good, just eating. I've been listening to a bunch of Sonic soundtrack. Realized I really enjoyed themes that belong to robotic characters despite me being into animals and nature rather than industry. I'm glad you're eating food, my son. Oh my god, what just happened? Why is my face different? What happened? Why'd that happen? What did I press? Do I have a keybind that's 6? Oh my god. I have to undo all my keybinds. Hold on. No hotkey. No hotkey. No hotkey. No hotkey. Hotkeys don't exist anymore. No more. No more hotkeys. Ah! Get rid of the bot in my chat! Delete! I killed it. I killed the bozo. God. Bots. Insane. I have never drawn a character like this before in my entire life. I hope you like this, Perry. Hydrate? I only have Sprite. So that's the hydration you're getting. I needed caffeine. Cause I'm a widow EP. Excellent. Ah! Thank you, Doug, for redeeming the Finn. It's been a while. has been a while. Oh, hello, Kevlar. You silly. Oh my god! So the Sprite's not cold, so it makes me burp. Ah! Ah! There you go. You're welcome. You people are menaces. Got a little hat. Alright, bye-bye, Ronnie. I love this little guy. Look at him. He's so silly. He's so EB-DB. I love this little guy. He could committed the most atrocious war crimes and I would be like, he's EB-DB. Just look at him. He's just a little guy. He ain't done nothing wrong. The asteroid coaster slaps harder than the original. I definitely didn't fight in a war and blow up one of my friend's stuff. Nope, couldn't be me. No, of course not. Of course not. You've never done anything wrong, Fairy. Well, I realize I'm not even listening to my own music. I've just been sitting here silently, going insane. Okay, so deadass, I just woke up from a nap and the first thing I see is your go live notification about whispering lore while I sleep. Anyways, how are you? I'm sorry, what about lore? My live notification on mobile, or like if you have like the desktop audio or desktop like notification on, it's I'm going live and I'm whispering I'm in your walls and I'm whispering Transformers lore while you sleep. So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, just normal stuff for little old me. It's okay. Don't be scared. It's normal. I didn't tell you how my day was. I asked you guys how your day was. I didn't Andrew also asked me. I'm doing fine. I've been kind of stressed out. But and also very busy with life things. Life decided they throw a ginormous curveball at me and Tony, and he doesn't have a car anymore, which is fun. But he's fine. He got into a car accident. What, Friday? Yeah, Friday, and yeah, that was fun. But we're getting a new car for him this coming week, so should be fine. He's okay. Nothing bad happened to him. Just the car is dead now. I am color picking. Your hat's a different color? Fuck you. Yeah, we're doing fine. He already found like 3 possible cars to get, so it's not too big of a deal, but it's just we didn't expect it to happen, and that's like a bunch of money that was gonna be used for other stuff. But it's good that he like has been squirreling money away. Well, other than that, I've been gaming. Vinyl, all the colors are on the sheet. I know it is! I know it is. But I'm silly. And also this, like, your hat barely looks any different than your actual hair because I'm blind. But it's okay. I'm fixing it. Look at that little guy. He's just a little guy. Aw. I'm glad you like it so much. Or like it that much, rather. Look at that little guy. Look at how cute that little guy is. I'm gonna give you a little blush. Cause you're just so cute. Whoops. There he is. There's the Perry. Goodbye, Perry. Perry is dead. Alright. Now we got the Jackie. I think I only have... yeah, only one furry. It's you! Yeah, I think you're next, Doug. No, you're a couple away. But we got Jaina. Got Jaina next. And I'll tag you guys when I'm done too in the picture. I actually have never drawn, I think, Jaggy. I think I've drawn her at least once. This will technically be the first piece of— Yeah! Yeah! Rah! Good. That's okay. Oh, I need to listen to lo-fi more. I like it when I'm building in Minecraft. Big Mountain? I like Big Mountain. Oh, what happened to my chat? Okay, there we go. Unbelievable. I don't know how you live over, get over. Somebody that is telling about you. One for the money, two for the show. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. Now that you get that way, never will know. It's you up and daily and look like $1 million man. So why is my heart broke? Okay. But yeah. One for the money, two for the show. I love you, honey. I'm ready to go. Now did you get that way? I don't know. Screwed up and million, look like $1 million man. So why is my heart broke? I love Lana Del Rey. There's probably some like awesome like sonic lo-fi music playing, and I'm just over here singing fucking Lana Del Rey. Cause that's what I'm listening to. Oh, I forgot to do her color. Let's do a light green. Music is very chill. I'm just listening to a very, I wouldn't say sad playlist, but you can say it's sad. Specifically the song that I'm listening to right now. And I don't want to sing it on stream, because it's a little weird. But I will hum it. Do I have any stories to tell you guys? What stories do I have that are appropriate? and I wouldn't feel weird about sharing them. Tell us a story of Fox Menace. What stories do I have? What kind of story do you want? That's the real question. What kind of story do you want? Do you want like a baby vinyl story? Like, not really a baby. Do you want like a child vinyl story? A story from childhood? Do you want like high school? Do you want like middle school? Do you want like work stories? Like ex-work stories? I got plenty. My life. Oh, excuse me. My life is very I got stories for days. A work story. Okay. Let's see. Let me pause my music. So, we'll turn down the Sonic music for now. So, let's see. I had 3 separate jobs in high school. I worked at a ice cream place. I worked at non-disclosed fast food place, and then a local place, fast food chain rather. The ice cream place is also kind of national, and then a local place, and I worked at the ice cream place when I was it was my sophomore year, and it was right before COVID. Like I quit right before COVID hit, so I had that in like 2019. Then I worked at non-disclosed fast food place for my junior year, and then I worked at local place. I was at my 6 months when I moved. So I didn't. So I took like not even like a whole year. Like I didn't work after I quit my job at. Yes, McWindy King. Yes. Okay. So I worked at McWindy King. So that one was, yeah. So I worked at the local place, and then I moved. And now I don't have a job. Well, kind of. I kind of have a job. So let's see. Which workplace do you want? Cause okay, Twisty Tree. Whoops. Oh, whatever. You guys don't know what that is. Whatever. You guys don't know what that is. Ice cream place. McWindy King, or the local restaurant in my town. I don't have too many stories at ice cream place because I don't know. I honestly have probably blocked it out. I've blocked out that trauma. Never really had a job apart from silly little artist. Applied for a few jobs ago. That's good. It's super fun. Don't have too many stories about ice cream place, but I have many, many stories about the other one. Even though I think I worked less time at McWindy King. Like, I'm pretty sure I worked less time than I did at McWindy King than I did at the ice cream place. And I have more stories about McWindy King than I do. Like, that's kind of fucked up. But I still have stories. I sure do still have stories about them. So, whatever you guys want to hear, I will. The fryer? Oh, my burns that I have? Oh shit. Okay. So at McWindy King. So Jared knows most of these stories, so this is just to reinstate for you guys who haven't heard this. So I have a fryer story when I worked at McWindy King. So, oh god, it's so funny. But like, also like, they'll never know who I am. So I used to work at McWindy King, and what I'm about to say is something that happens in every single fucking McWindy King ever. So this really isn't like an NDA. Like, I can tell you whatever the fuck I want about what this is. Whether you choose to report it or not to HR is beyond me. But, so I was a minor when I worked at McWindy King. I was turning 18 in the coming months. Like, I think it was like literally like a couple months from it. So I am I'm working the fry station. And I think it was in the morning. I think it was a morning shift. I don't think it was a night shift. I rarely worked morning shifts, but when they needed me, they did it. But like, I only worked like 2. Morning shift sucked. Night shift was better because it was all the kids from school. So we were all minors, by the way. Every single one of us on night shift were minors. No one was above the age of 18. Except maybe our shift manager. But like, even then, like, she had just graduated high school. No, she didn't. She was in my class. She was literally in my class. So none of us were over the age of 18. So anyway, so we, I'm working the fry station, right? And in the morning, and I'm talking to the shift manager in the morning, and I'm holding the fryer because I think I was asking her something about the fries that were going in there. And yeah, I must have been asking her something, and I'm holding the fryer kind of like over the hot fucking grease, you know? And I'm holding it there, and my arm's out, and I just kind of like start putting like the fryer down back into the grease pan. At least I think I am. And the lady, my shift manager, was like, Autumn. Like, oh, it's my name. I put it in the chat, whatever. Who cares? She's like, Vinyl, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing? And someone else comes over and grabs the fryer from my hand, and I look down at my arm, and I have 4 lines burned into my skin from the fryer grease because I just laid the fryer on my arm. And I didn't realize it was sitting there for at least a minute. At least. I was just, oh, okay. Like, I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like, fucking, it didn't hurt either. Like, it did not hurt at all. And the ADHD is different. So true. Like, it did not hurt. Like, whatsoever. Like, it didn't hurt. Like, they made me like go to the bathroom and like wash it under the water, and then like they gave me a bunch of band-aids to put on it, but like it didn't hurt. Like, it straight up did not hurt. I know fryer burn, like grease burns are like really bad, but I have no scars anymore. I think, at least. I don't remember. Oh, no, I do. I still have one. I have one where like I splashed it and it got on my arm. I still have that one, but it's super faint. It just looks like a patch of skin. Like, that's just kind of like discolored. Like, it doesn't look like a burn. It just looks like that spot on my skin is just darker. So, whatever. So yeah, that was fun. They all thought I was a maniac. 'Cause I just was like, I burned myself. Yeah, whatever. Like, you know. Oh well. As you do, you know? It was very funny. I feel bad for them. I'm gonna type out Perry stories similar to this. Hell yeah. What other stories? Jared, what's your favorite work story that I've ever said to you? It does not matter what story it is. I will tell you, like, anything. I can go about all the OSHA violations that McWindy King did. Again, I can tell you. See, I should make up something on the spot. It makes me look bad. What the fuck? I'm sure. Aw, you're so sweet. I am D&D vote now if the entire party dies. No. Can you save at least like one person? Is it like a save, like save yourself, or like save or like kill, like save yourself, kill everybody, or is it just like everybody has to die? Because that greatly depends on what my answer is going to be. No, I mean, do you think the session will all die? Oh, I don't think so. I have my hopes, but based on what you told me about the last session, I don't know. I think everyone might die. Like, unfortunately, I think they might die. I don't really remember any other specific work stories of yours, but I remember quite a few events with customers at local restaurant. And wasn't there something about the cops being Oh, yes. So Soap was killed off because Casper had to go to Australia. Are you kidding? That's awesome. That's fucked up, but like, oh. R.I.P. Soap. R.I.P. soap. Oh, whoops, I need this color. And then I'll be done with Jaina. And then I will be done. There we go. And then her name can be in a nice, I think this color would look nice. And then black. Yeah, I think that look nice. Soap from God? No, soap is silly elf with rainbow thigh-high boots. Exactly. But nah, so yeah, at local restaurant, local restaurant has the most stories, I would have to say, just because of all the batshit shit that happened. It is story time, Andrew. I just got finished telling my fryer story. But now we're gonna talk about stuff at the local restaurant. So, at the local restaurant, I have a lot more stories from there that I at least remember because A, it's like more recent in my brain, and also there was just so much shit that happened because aside it from being a restaurant, it also had 2 bars. And people would get drunk. Ooh, let me read this from Perry. I would like to read this from Perry. So when I was in secondary, we were making brownies, and we were making proper brownies, so it was like all in the oven in big trays, and I didn't get them out until last minute, as most of us put them in late due to mixing mishaps. When I was getting them out over, I hear my name from the teacher or something, and I lift my arm straight up, hitting the top, food railing, and don't notice for a minute while I'm talking to this person, and then realize, drop the baking pan in the oven, then rush to run cold water over my forearms. Eesh. Yeah. I hate that. But oh my god, you were like actively talking to somebody and nobody stopped you. That's so funny. That's fucked up. Write this. I can't write and talk at the same time. Here we go. Okay. Next one is Samuel. Yay. Okay. So. Big ol' oven mitts. That's good. That is good. I wouldn't want you to be scarred for life. Okay. So, restaurant. So, local restaurant also had 2 bars. I can kind of describe what the local restaurant is because, like, what the fuck ever. So, it was a tiki bar. Like a tiki themed restaurant. That's on the water. Like, that's like its biggest feature is that it is on the water, where I lived. And it was a lot more fancier, quote unquote. It was a lot more tourist friendly than the places that were across the river, which were just straight up bars, basically. And they sucked. But there, there's a bunch of other stuff. But like, anyway, so let's talk specifically about the cop showing up. Not in the middle of the lake, like on the, like, it's on the side, on the shore, you dingle. Also, apparently, I don't know if this is right or not, but, so, the local restaurant had burned down twice. Because the first time I don't remember what it was. But the second time was because the kitchen was not a proper kitchen. It was a fucking food truck. It was a food truck. So it caught on fire. The food truck caught on fire. It blew up it set fire to the tiki. So, but apparently the reason why it's been like burning down and shit was because it's built on top of a Native American burial ground. And that shit, yeah, so that take with that, so that's not good. So anyway, that would also probably explain all the people that, anyway, so so the cops showing up. There were several instances where the cops showed up at the restaurant because, again, it's a bar. People get, it's basically a bar. People get rowdy. People get fucking stupid. And I've had the pleasure of dealing with that shit all the time. Fell on Native American burial ground and caught fire twice. That place is a definition as haunted as fuck. True. That's what I said. That's what I always said. So yeah, we had the cops get called. I'm trying to remember, like, the very specific of it. Like, there was a lot of, like, bullshit that happened. I could talk about all the people that almost died, like, and the cops were called then. Oh, and then I can talk about well, here's the thing. Oh yes, the parking lot. Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah, okay. I can tell you that story just because they've already been dealt with and the case has been, yeah, because I kind of technically would be on an NDA, but I'm not, because I don't work there anymore, and who gives a fuck? How are they gonna fucking track me down? Hello? So anyway, so they don't give a fuck. A bar parking lot. So I didn't work that night. I think I had left early that night. I had left work early, and the next day I come into work and everyone is very, like, somber and, like, very, like, sorrowful, and like the air is, like, really tense. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Hello? Because that night, or that morning on, we had a Facebook, like, group page, like, for the people, for, like, the crew. We had a group page where we could, like, talk about stuff and bullshit. They had posted that morning, something like female workers are not allowed to walk to the parking lot and go to their cars without either a manager, because they're all men, or a male crew member. And we also had to park in a very specific area. Like, all girls who, like, worked at night had to park in a very specific part of the parking lot where there was light, and it was closer to the restaurant, like the kitchen, like the back entrance. if you work night shift. But that's really hard because if you only work night shift and there's customers, you don't have a guaranteed spot, because if you don't mark it as like crew member only, people are going to take those spots. So I think that logic was very fucking flawed. Because it's just like, and like they would like write us up, like they would have written us up, but they didn't. But like, yeah, so they put that out on the group chat that morning, and I read it and I was like, what the fuck, like what happened last night? So apparently one of the new girls that I just met, we're just gonna call her A, because no names. So A comes into work. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what happened. Kind of. Almost happened, but not exactly. So it happened to one of my new coworkers, A. It was a very slow night. There was a group of guys who in my town are very notorious for being pieces of shit. They were drunk. They were playing, we have like, what is it? Not horseshoe. What's the other game? With the sandbags in the hole. What the fuck is that called? Cornhole. Okay. They're playing cornhole. We have like cornhole shit set up in our thing. Like our fucking restaurant's like ginormous. So we had that set up and they were playing it and they were drinking and whatever. And it was kind of late, and A was like talking to them. Like she was like talking to them and like getting them drinks and shit. Because like, you know, like they were kind of being friendly, and whatever. And she was just talking to them and bringing them drinks and shit. And so end of the night, it's like 10:30, 11, something like that. And A goes to her car. And one of these dumbass boys follows her to her car and just gets into her passenger seat. Like, just gets into her passenger seat. She didn't invite him. She was leaving to go home. Yeah. So she is like telling him to get out of the car, like da 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 da. Yeah. So she's telling him to get out of the car, and here, let me turn on the Sonic music. So she's telling him to get out of the car, and like he's not getting out of the car. And one of the bartenders, we'll call her C comes over and starts cussing the fuck out of this man. Like, you get the fuck out of her car, like, da da da, like going off on him. And C starts crying because he gets out of the car, right? And C runs to the kitchen to go get some of the C. Both of them are probably crying. So C goes to the kitchen to go get some of the kitchen guys, because there's no one else. Like, the managers left. There were no managers on the property when this happened, which is a big no. Like, big no. So she goes back to the kitchen. She gets two of the men, and they come back out. And the dude, and A locks her doors. Like, she locked all of her doors and everything after he got out. And he's banging on the window, like, calling her a bitch, like, cussing her out and all this other stuff. And there's three, and the other three guys, like the gang of boys that he was with, are, like, also standing out there. Like, they're literally, like, Like, saying shit like, you let us on, like, da-da-da, like, shit like that, like, stupid shit. And, like, huh? Anyway, so C comes back with the crew boys, and, I think C gets in the car with A. I think the two girls get into the same car. And I think, and C is calling the cops. And the kitchen boys, I think one of them at least gets a hit on the dude who was banging on the window. But they start, like, yelling at them. Like, the kitchen boys start yelling at the goons. And they, the goons then proceed to knock out one of the kitchen guys. Like, knock him out. Like, one punch, like, knocked out, right? And then curb stomp him. And if you don't know what that is, you should know. And they both go to the hospital. But the cops get there, they arrest them, all this other shit. So, and they're trespassed, like, forever, like, for life. But the two kitchen guys go to the hospital. And one of the kitchen's guys, like, his face was so fucked up that his eyes, like, his brow is literally like his face is, like, sunken in. Like, maybe he was just super swollen from it, but, like, it looked like you couldn't see his eyes. Like, of how, like, fucked up, like, his face got. So, but they recovered, like, pretty quickly. I think they were only out for, like, 2 weeks, but when they came back, like, we fucking loved them. And so, like, that morning, like, they kind of, like, our managers kind of, like, talked to us about it, but, like, they didn't say specifically because, like, there was still an investigation going on. And wouldn't you know that the main guy of the goons went onto his Facebook and typed, no, the goons did not get beat. The kitchen boys got beat up. Yeah, that's how bad, yeah. That's how bad it was. So one of the goon guys, I know, they're okay though, they're okay. But one of the, and then the girls were able to, they were fine. The cops came and shit like that, right? But the cops necessarily didn't, I don't think they arrested the guys that beat up the kitchen guys, which was only 2 of them. So the other 2 were able to get away. And the main guy, let's call him Cap. Because, yeah. So we're going to call him Cap. Cap goes onto his, no Cap. So Cap goes onto his Facebook while the fucking police investigation is going on, and he writes out what had happened that night, which was a complete fucking lie, because there were fucking cameras all around the fucking restaurant. And he lied. And then he deleted the post. And then he got taken in by the police. So he got fucked up. And this was in our local newspaper and everything. Like, it's fucking insane. I was like, wow. So that was fun. And then every night after that, all the girls would either walk out, like, we would get one of the kitchen guys and walk out to our cars, or all the girls would go out in a giant fucking group, like the hostesses and the people who brought out the food, not servers. It was very weird. So like the hostesses and the people who brought out the food, like we would all walk in a group if it was all girls, and we would walk to our cars. And I have to kind of give you a layout of our parking lot because like you wouldn't understand like how like bad like it is. So let me just draw like a, so this right here is,
Wow.
Oh my God.
_plays just resubscribed for 8 months. Prime time. So chat better use them primes.
Aw, thank you so much, Accent. Thank you for the tier 3 for 8 months, dude. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys better be using those Twitch primes. If you got those Twitch primes, it gives me all the money. It gives Twitch nothing. You should do it. But thank you so much. I'm just telling a little story. So so right here. So this is the restaurant. This is the restaurant, right? This, and then this is like like this is the back door, B D, right? Yeah. So this is the back door, right? So, and then there's parking, and then this is like a parking lot. Like this whole part is a parking lot. So, P L. And then there's a little wooded area over here that is also a parking lot. Wait, hold on. Like over here. Oh, okay, this is shitty. Hold on. This is the parking lot. PL. That's the parking lot. Right? Over here, there's a tree line. And then it kind of like loops around, like the road kind of loops around like this, and it kind of goes through. And then there's a thing right here, which is like it comes out, right? And there's a forest over here. This is also a parking lot over here. But over here, there's these things. There's these things called lights. There's lights over here. There are no lights over here. So it is pitch fucking dark over here. And then I haven't even gotten to the best part. And then if we extend this, my map, right? If we extend it, there's this thing right here, right? So we got this over here, right? So this is the road, and then this is the main road. Actually, hold on. This is the main road. This is the road that comes out, and then like it takes you around the thing. So it's kind of like a loop-de-loop. Just looks like a grocery store parking lot, kind of. So this is the road that goes out, right? There's no parking over here. This is like this is all tree. But there's a parking lot like over here and over here, like, and then there's like a little like store thing over here. There's sand over here. And then over here on the other side of the main road, this is a main road, right? There's no crosswalks, no lights. There is another parking lot. But it's not a parking lot. It's just gravel. This car park confuses me. I'm so sorry. But this is a parking lot. This over here is also a parking lot. And it has no lights. There's maybe like one light at the front, like right here. But everything else, shadow. Like, it is dark as fuck. Okay? Why does it keep doing that? So this is dark as fuck, right? So, and this right here, this parking lot is considered the fucking employee parking before the incident, right? So we would be forced to park across the fucking street, have to cross a main road, go through a parking lot to go back here. And this is very small compared to like what actually is like it's and then we like you would have to park in these woods, which is, and if you work night shift, you would also like you would most likely have to work park over here during night shift if you're lucky to find one, but you would most likely have to park over here. But like me, I would come in like 30 minutes early to work every day so I could get a parking spot over here, just so I wouldn't have to walk all the way over there after walking all day, just so I could go over here. And it's kind of in the light, and it's kind of there. Like I could run, like I could scream and people would hear me. If I'm over here and I scream, no one's gonna hear me. So I would try and park over here, but then I would start parking like over here. Like I would get double shifts a lot, so I would start parking in the main parking lot. But like a lot of the time, you wouldn't be able to if you were only night shift. And yeah, so it was fucked. So after the incident, we had to park over in this area. Like over here. Like we had to park on this tree line that's over here. Like these are trees. These are trees. So we would have to park over here. But like that doesn't constitute for all the female workers that worked at the restaurant. Like that was only like about like 10 spaces. Like we had way more like women workers. And also, like, our managers would also fucking park over there. And I'm like, bro, you're telling us to park over there in the light and you take the parking spaces. Like, you're stupid. So, that was fun. And then, like, that rule kind of went away kind of quickly. But, like, all the guys who had been there and, like, who I, like, trained. Because I trained a lot of the boys that would come in. Like, the younger kids, quote unquote, like the high schoolers that would come in and work. Like I would train them and be like, oh, and also like at night, most of the boys do it and most of the kitchen crew does it because they would mostly be kitchen crew. But like you have to walk the girls out to their cars. Like you have to. Or like but like if you're not here, it's fine. But like if you are here, it is like courteous, like enough, like you should do it. So I taught little boys how to do fun things. Be nice to women. So yeah, that was a fun story. So all in all, it's dealt with, but like it was scary. Like it was like a very scary thing because like I knew, like I had just met I had just met her, and like that was like her third day here. Like that was her third day working, and she had dealt with that. Like that's insane. Like that's literally insane. What other things? What other stories do I have that I can tell you? I had to kind of like draw a diagram for you guys. Because you guys like just wouldn't have understood. Like if I just said it to you, like you wouldn't have understand. You wouldn't have known. +5 respect women points. But yeah, that was fun. Let me turn up the Sonic music. Turn up that bitch. Let's hear a school story now. Jared, pick a school story. Ones that are preferably not embarrassing. And controversial. Controversial totally helps. The first one I thought of is the one you don't want. Yeah. Not on stream, because that one's a little bit more personal. That one hits deeper. And it falls under controversial. Yeah. You don't remember? Okay. Okay. Ooh! I've been an adult for too long. Bruh. I have one. I was talking to Babe about it last night, and I think it's a very, like, it's very topical. Like, it's kind of not really political, but, like, it's not. We all know that the American school system sucks. So let's talk about it. But we're gonna talk about, more specifically, school lunches and how it affected me personally, and has probably stunted my growth, which is kind of fucked up to think about, but it has. I think it has done something to my brain chemistry. So, no. This is more of like a years-long type of thing. So does the English school system. So this one's a little bit more, not really personal, but like it's a little bit longer, and it spans many, many years. So let's start. So, we all know that there are programs in schools that are set so a child can eat lunch for free if their family makes below a certain income. Correct. That is what it's supposed to be. Do not fret, I remember. Yes, so free school lunches. Yes. So in the great old state of Florida, kind of fucking sucks. Kind of very. Amongst the many, 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 many terrible things that have happened, in recent years. Like the book bans and shit like that. One of their big ones that really goes under the table is how they measure who gets free school meals or not. And I do not know how true this metric is anymore, because I've been out of school for 3 years, 2 years. So I do not know how true this metric is anymore. But when I looked at it, it was like this. So first, let me preface that this thing happened to me from when I was in 6th grade, like first semester or second semester of 6th grade. No, like half, like let's just say in 6th grade to my sophomore year of high school. Secondary school fucking sucks, but college food slaps. I believe it. So this situation happened to me from 6th grade to my sophomore year of high school. 5 or 6 years, give or take. Can I count? 5? 5? 4? 5? Jared, help. 5? 4? 4, 5. 5? I think it's 5. 4. Well, I'm also kind of counting the whole. So, but yeah. So yeah, like 4 years. Yeah, 5 years. So, yeah. So 5 years. I could not eat school lunch at school for 5 years. I did not eat at school for 5 years. I did not have proper meals to eat for 5 years. But Perry, here's the funny thing. It's because I didn't qualify for the free lunch program. I'm talking about school lunches and how the American system fucking sucks. So I couldn't afford to be in the free lunch program because of how many people lived in my house. I want to let that sink in for you guys. How many people lived in my house? So, let me go over the metric with you. So, you would think that it is based on the income, like the actual income of each household, right? Aren't poor families like disproportionately more likely to have more people in your house? That is correct. However, so when I checked this is probably no longer true. I would goddamn hope. But when I checked, and this was a state thing. This is a state thing. This was not just my county. This was state. I had my mom, her boyfriend, and my 2 grandparents, and my, I think my uncle may have been living with us for some amount of that time. Like, not the full 5 years, but in those years. We had at least 5 to 4 people living in the house. Excluding me. It's only counting adults. And only my mom was working. My mom was the only income coming into the house because she was the only one working. And their metric was, oh, well, there's 4 people living in your house. They all must be working. So they were like, oh, so there's 4 people living in your house. They must all be working. You don't qualify for free lunch. So they basically well, that's just how the metric is. Like, that's just how it is. Like, and my mom fought it super hard. They didn't do anything. Like, they were just like, well, we can't change it. So I was like, you're bullshit. So anyway, so they basically, so like I had a couple meals, like I had at least like a 3-month period where I was able to get free meals at lunch in 6th grade, and then they just cut me off one day without telling me, without notification to my mother or anything, and I basically just starved for the rest of the school year, basically. Also, we had lunch at 10:30 in the fucking morning. With my little autistic brain, with my ADHD and my autism, literally, I couldn't eat that early. Yes, I'm not bullshitting you. I literally can go back to text messages I have sent to like all of my friends like during those times. Like I can go back to conversations I've had with Angel when I would be at lunch and they would be at 10:30 in the morning or like 10:20 in the morning. But that was just not in elementary school. That was just in middle school. High school, it got a little bit better. But like, it's still, like, we had lunch in high school, I think, at like 11:30 to like 12 or something. But then there would be some days where it would be a little bit later in the day. But like, you know, it is too fucking early. I would be, so here we go. This is the best part. Okay. So I would wake up at 6 in the morning every day to go to work, go to school. First bell was at like 7:30 or so. 7:38, I can't remember. Get on the bus. And I get there and I don't eat breakfast because also the free school things does not constitute it also includes breakfast. So, I wouldn't eat breakfast in the morning. Also, never liked breakfast food. So, I never ate breakfast in the morning. So then, lunchtime rolls around. I still think it's fucking morning. I'm not hungry. And then when I would go home, it would be 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And my body, like my stomach, was so like out of fuck. Like it still is. Like that's why I think like it literally like it actually like fucked how my brain, like my body works. I wouldn't eat like a proper meal until 6 p.m. or like 5 p.m., like dinner time. Because my body clock was off. Like when you go through like long stretches of like hunger and you don't have anything to eat, you know, like that feeling of like you just don't eat for a while, and then like when you finally eat, like you know, it was that for an entire school year, for my entire 6th grade school year. That was my bone popping. Don't worry about it. So that happened, right? And we, again, they didn't do anything. Don't fucking tempt me. I will. But so 7th grade rolled around, right? And I got these 2 beautiful friends. Their names are Marshall and Kaysen. And they basically fed me the entirety of 7th and like half of 8th grade. And then September and my friend Bridget fed me in 8th grade. And then Bridget proceeded to feed me from freshman to sophomore year because we had the same lunch. Because it's fucked. I hate Florida. So basically my friends, the youth are the most important people in our society. Very true. So I, like, again, and like it never got solved. So Kaysen and Marshall would literally, so this is why I love Goldfish so much and like Cheez-It so much, because Marshall would have a giant fucking like Ziploc bag of Goldfish or Cheez-Its and he would just give it to me. Right? And then Kaysen would have like two halves of a sandwich, like halves of sandwiches, and he would give me the second sandwich, like the second half. Same thing with Bridget in freshman and sophomore year. But it got to the point in 7th grade and 8th grade where Kaysen's mom started packing me my own sandwich in Kaysen's lunch. Like, she would pack me, like, whatever he was having, like, she made a second sandwich and put it in his lunchbox so he would bring it. Because they both, like, got lunch from home. So, they fed me. I was okay, for the most part. But, like, again, like, it was still, like, super, like, I was fine. Like, I was fine. But, it was still really early in the morning, so, like, my time schedule, like, my stomach time schedule still really fucked up. So, like, that's why, like, nowadays, like, I'll eat, like, I just ate at, like, 11 something. Like, I ate my lunch at 11 something today. Like, 11:30 or so. Right? And I'm gonna be hungry at 5 for dinner. And then around like 11, if I'm not in bed by 11, I'm gonna want another, like, I'm gonna want to eat. Like, again, like a meal. I'm technically still getting my 3 meals in the day. So, technically. So, it's just crazy. And then finally, my junior year, I was able to, so I think that must have been like when they changed it, or my mom put money into my account. They also tried telling me when I was in 6th grade that I owed them money, like $20 worth of money. And I was like, I never fucking got food from you people. Like, what? Like, that, it made no fucking sense. But anyway, so my mom put money into my account just so I could get through junior and senior year, or junior year first, and then COVID hit, and then they transferred that money over to my senior year. So I didn't starve. But, like, again, like, I would also, like sophomore and freshman year, if Bridget wasn't there, like, I would bring snacks. Like, I would bring chips or something. Like, I would actively bring, like, chips and stuff. But, like, again, it wasn't a fucking, like, actual meal. Like, it wasn't a nutritional, like, I wasn't getting the nutrients that I needed to develop properly. Like, I wasn't getting the shit. Like, I wasn't getting it because of that. And it's all because of their stupid metric. But I'm going to guess that they changed it after COVID. And that's why a lot more people were able to get it. But yeah, it fucking sucked. School be like debt collectors when you owe them. But if they owe you, well, shit, you're out of luck. Very true. Oh my god. Yeah, it was stupid. It was very stupid. But there's your story time. It's a little bit of a story time, but like it's just shit that happened to me. It fucking sucked. It did bring me closer to my friends. 'Cause September sometime, I think in 8th grade, she introduced me to chip sandwiches. Like, you have, like, a normal sandwich, and then you get, like, a bunch of, like, Lay's or something, like, or, like, barbecue Lay chips and shit, and you put it in the sandwich, and you crush it, and then you eat it, and it's fucking awesome and amazing. I did that with, like, her bologna and, like, cheese sandwiches and shit like that. Like, it was so good. Yeah, Doritos on a sandwich. Ugh. It's so good. So, yeah. So that happened. Super fun. That was your school story. How was that? How was that, Barry? I hate this. Crisp sandwiches do slap sometimes. Crisps, you fucking British person. Imagine being British. Couldn't be me. Same brain. I don't like this pose. I mean, imagine being in Ohio and couldn't be me. Same wavelength. That just makes me really hungry and reminded me of all the days I could only eat a packet of crackers with cheese, like literally 2 crackers with a tiny cheese slice. What the fuck? Why? Was that also because of school? Oh my god. Why do the school food systems, like, actually fucking suck? That sounds like the Lunchables that I have. I literally don't eat the Ritz crackers and the bologna and cheese sandwich ones. Or, like, the lunch on a bowl. Yeah, I pinned it. That was amazing. New nickname. A lunch on a bowl. If I have kids there, give packed lunches, and if any teachers mess with them, then I'm gonna have a stern talking to the fucking head of the school. Man, I think that may also be another reason why I don't want to have kids. I will straight up get arrested. Like, I would straight up get arrested if my kids ever had any fucking troubles at school, ever. Like, would actually kill. Like, it's insane. I would be a great influence. Yeah. I mean, like, Clifton. Like, my mom, like... Well, ooh! 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 I have another story, because I was talking about it with Babe the other day. So, do you guys want to hear an awesome story about Vinyl absolutely schooling an old bitch in school who was my teacher? I had gonads. I had balls. And I'm so glad that I had them because, like, literally insane. Because when you're between the age 0 and 10, you don't know anything about anything. It's essentially indestructible, so as long as my kid doesn't die in primary or get bullied, I'm fine with all that. Yeah. Disrespect your elders. Yeah! So this is a fun story. This is like a pick-me-up from the last one. Slightly political, not really. It's fucking whatever. So this is senior year, obviously. I was at my fucking last straw with this fucking school, right? We had just gotten out of COVID, guys. We had just gotten out of COVID, right? And all of that shit that happened in 2020, right? Everything that happened in 2020 over the summer, everything. Politics are fucking hot. Everybody is steaming with politics, right? And everyone and fucking personalities are clashing. The biggest clashes you'll ever see ever. So, and me being a senior who had senioritis by sophomore year, I was already at my wits fucking end with everything during school, and really did not give a fuck about anything. If thank God I was remote. Oh my God. Dude, I wish I went remote, but the fucking classes I was taking would not allow me to go remote. I couldn't take my psychology and sociology class online. Like, I could, but it was significantly harder, and I liked the teacher who taught it anyway. So, yeah. And also my US government teacher was fucking awesome. I loved him. He was awesome. Literally my favorite teacher, like, that year. He was so fucking fun. But, so, my first periods, we had 8 periods. 7 periods? 7 periods. We had 7 periods. And my first period was culinary. Wait, what? My school allowed me to do those classes remote. Well, you live in Ohio! Shut up. You lived in Ohio. But we are in 2 completely different states. Shut up, Andrew. So, my first period, we're not the same. So also, I wouldn't have the fucking attention span to do it on remote, because I literally would have flunked my junior year if they didn't make everybody pass. Like, they had to make everybody pass because of COVID. My junior year. Oh, poor Barry. Aww. It's okay, Barry. So. My first period is culinary arts. And I will name drop this bitch. Because she's no longer in the school system. Because she retired. Not because of what I said, but maybe also what I did. So, her name was Miss... Yep, I forgot her name. That's so awesome. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me go get my notes. Hello, everyone. I have my transcripts, so hopefully her name is on here. Where's my... There it is. Okay. So, does it say her name? It should. Nope, that is my SAT scores. What the fuck was her name? Quick question, does Florida fuck teachers and students over by not telling anyone what's on the state test, so your teacher has to guess based on previous years, and there's a whole part of the test you have to guess because no one knew what yes, it was exactly like that. Yes. But it was only for the English state test. I think it was really only like the English and math part, but the other ones, like, I mean, those are like the two big ones, but like it only really happened in my sophomore year. But yeah, Miss Stupid Bitch. That's what we. No, it was some fucking Miss. Hold on, if I list everybody else who I had, so it was Miss Dutcher. I love Miss Dutcher. Dutcher, Hoover. Who the fuck was it? Can I look it up? Oh, wait. I might be able to look it up on my phone. No, that's way too long ago. This is great. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling stories now. Also, I don't know how to draw this character right now. I'll draw Angel. I'll draw Straw. Straw will be easier to do because I've drawn him before. Okay. So. Whoops, why is that gray? There we go. We're done. I can't talk when I'm drawing, obviously, you stupid dumbass. Alright. So, I can't multitask when I'm trying to remember things. If I'm just talking, story time, best time. Exactly. I listen to Andrew, not you, Jared. So whatever the fuck her name was, she was my culinary teacher. And wait, I know where I can find it. It's on my Instagram. Because I posted I would post my thing. Her name was Miss Miller. Miss Miller, if you're out there and you see this clip, I hope you fucking choke and die. Anyway, lighthearted. In game. In game. Anyway. So her name was Miss Miller. Fuck this bitch, dude. So, you guys ever had that one really old... Yes, Perry, yes. Okay, you have. So, you guys know, like, the old fucking old ladies, like old lady teachers who are just absolute fucking bitches. So she really wasn't a bitch. So she was kind of nice sometimes, but after this very particular, like, as the, like, year progressed, like, she got more and more irritable, like, and more, like, strict, and it was really ridiculous. So I can't remember when this was. It must have been in the second semester, and that's why I didn't fucking care. So it was in the second semester, so after New Year's. I don't remember when it must have been, like, It must have been before spring break or after spring break. Something like that. Yes. Yes, I sure, Andrew. So, she, and again, this was after 2020. So, this was when everything was, you know, at the height. All the politics were at the height and everything. And there was, recently around that time, there was a student walkout, in protest of, something. I'm pretty sure it had to have been something with, like racism and shit like that. It was something like that. It was a protest against racism, in the schools and shit like that. And those kids got suspended. Which is, I think, ridiculous, but whatever. That's a whole different topic. So it was a little bit like after that had happened. Yes. Yeah. So you're not allowed to, well, they got ISS, which is in school suspension. So they didn't get suspended, but they had to sit in a dinky little room and like not go to like their actual classes. I'm not even sure what ISS is, like what it does to you actually. Like the biggest thing is like you don't get to talk to your friends and you don't get to get on your phone. But like I don't think it's that bad. It changes you. Dude, the biggest thing that I got was fucking lunch detention. And that wasn't even that bad. Yeah, so, and I fucking cried because I got lunch detention. But it wasn't on my record, so my record's squeaky clean. Anyway, so, so, after that happened, there was, you got a warning! Dude, I had so many warnings. Anyway. So there was another girl in my class, and she was very, she was a very, like, she was smart. Like, she's smart as fuck. Like, she was in IB and AP classes. And she definitely, like, is going to college for, like, maybe not being a lawyer, but, like, something that is very, like, helpful, you know? Like, very smart and shit. So, she was very vocal about her stances, but not in, like, a way that's, like annoying. Like, she was just, like, if it was brought up, she would talk about it, and she was very articulated. But only when she's talking to her peers. Like, she didn't really have, like, because you know how adults are when you talk to them about things and you know more than them, and then they're like, so there was a stretch of time where when the Pledge of Allegiance would come on, I would not stand up. Not because I was silently protesting, it's because I was fucking tired. Hi, Avi! Hi! But not because I was protesting, because I was tired. I was eepy. It was literally like 7 in the morning and I was tired as fuck, so I didn't want to stand up. I was doing it out of laziness. But the other girl was totally doing it like as a silent protest, as a harmless protest. So my teacher, my culinary teacher, went on this 15-minute rant. Bigoted rant about how you should God, like, you live in this country and like you should stand for the flag and da da da, like you live here, like da da da. And the thing that she said that I went, oh my God, was she said to a classroom mixed of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Freshmen, let I remind you, who are 14 years old, at least. She said, if you do not like it here, then you can leave. That is verbatim. And I went, oh no, bro. Oh, hell yeah, drink, Avi. But I was like, oh no, bro. You can't say that. Actually, she couldn't have been saying any of that stuff because that's politics being brought into a classroom setting, and you're not supposed to do that unless it's education. So as a culinary teacher saying that, you shouldn't be saying that. Hold on, what did Angel say? Whoa, that is me. What the heck am I doing on Twitch.tv? I'm drawing. I never had to stand for the British national anthem. Okay, maybe a couple times, but not many. Oh. I don't remember a damn thing about the pledge. Andrew, okay, whatever. Okay. So she says that, and the girl who was actually like silently protesting, she was just like, well, I can want like change in, like, I don't have, like, I can be grateful that I live in this country and whatever, but I don't have to like the things that we're doing. Like, am I not allowed to want what's better for my country? Like, am I not allowed to want better things for my country? Right? And she said that. And like she said some more like very articulated things, and I do not remember them, but I was like staring at her like, wow. Like, I was in love with her. Like, I was like, I love her. Like, I was like, you inspire me. And she says a couple things, and Miss Miller said like something like, you, like, she cut her off, obviously. Like, she basically like invalidated what she had said and said something along, and then like after that was like, if like now, like, if you guys do not stand for the pledge, then I'm writing you up and you will be put in ISS. And I went, okay, you know, like a douche, like an absolute fucking douchebag. So the girl's like actually like talking shit about her, like, in class. Like, I was like, damn, I love this bitch. And she also like is part of like she's already like in a college and stuff like that. I'll be on Validator, I promise. But she gets text messages, cause I think she was in like cheer or like some like sports team, or like maybe she was in debate club or something like that. I can't remember, but she had to constantly check her phone because like something was going on at the time and they needed like people to be there. Like they would have to like leave class with like a note and stuff like that and shit like that, right? And she was checking her phone, and my teacher. Ah! Thank you, Abby. But she was checking her phone, and phones aren't allowed in that classroom for some fucking reason. It's a fucking culinary class. The fuck do you want me to pay attention to? We barely baked either. Like, it was a fucking stupid ass class. Why did I draw boobs? I just started drawing. I'm so sorry. I just started drawing. I was not paying attention to what I was drawing. I'm silly. So, okay. So, I can't talk and no, so I started blasting. So, the girl gets in trouble, but the girl's like going off on the teacher again, and is like, you know, I don't remember what the fuck she said. And then I yelled at the teacher. Like, I was like under my breath, I was like, how about you just leave her the fuck alone? Verbatim. And she didn't know who said that. Because I don't fucking talk in her class. And also, I'm fit. Don't want to toot my own horn, but like kind of have to. But like everybody in the school knows me because I literally run the fucking morning show. Like, we have like a morning announcements like video thing that we play at our school, and I edited that and am in charge of it. And like am the spokesperson too. So like everybody knew who the fuck I was. But she didn't know who said it in the class because I was tired. I was very tired. And I was very mad. And so she like goes on this whole like investigation thing of like who said it, right? And I'm like, you know, no one said that. And she so whatever, day goes on. Next day, and remember, she said that if you do not stand for the pledge, that you will be written up, right? So, next day rolls around, the pledge comes up, and the girl reluctantly stands. Reluctantly. However, I am true to my word, and true to my convictions, and I stay sitting, 'cause I'm tired. Also, thank you for the stretch. Oh, I needed it. So, I'm like, nah, bitch. I'm sleepy. I'm not gonna stand for no damn pledge. I put my hand, like, I like, and I would, like, most of the time, like, if I was sitting, I would put my hand on my chest. Like, I would still, like, do, like, the motion, but I wouldn't stand. Oh. You can do Finn. Okay. That's so sad. Poor Avi. Thank you, Jared, for the Finn redemption. There's your screech, Avi. So she, oh my god, hydrate. I do. I hydrated with Sprite, because that's all I have. Just sip. Okay, bye, see, bye, Andrew. What the fuck you guys are talking about? Okay, whatever. So I'm sitting down. I stay sitting down during the pledge. accent, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Right. So I stay sitting. Oh my god. The stretches. You know, throwing hands time. So I stay sitting in my seat. And after the pledge, and after, it's like a good, like, 5 minutes after the pledge, and Miss Miller, like, goes over, like, the lesson plan and bullshit, and she, like, does another bit about, like patriotism and shit, and I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, like, I'm literally like, shut up. And so anyway, that happens, right? And she says some more bits, and then she comes over to me. No. I'm leaving the room. I'm like the bell like the bell rings, and she's like, Vinyl, could you come over here? Like, can you stop by my desk? And I'm like, oh my god, what is she going to say to me? And I go over there, and she's like, I need you to go to the principal's office, or not the principal's office, but like one of the dean's, like the administrator's office and whatever. She wants me to go there because she wrote me up without telling me, which is not a thing that you can do either. You're supposed to tell them that you've written them up before you wrote them up, but whatever. So she tells me she wrote me up because I didn't stand for the pledge, and she's like, she said, like, you always like you're always so quiet, and like you're like a good kid and whatever, like why didn't you stand for the pledge? Like, why can't you do like this one simple thing? I'm like, because I'm fucking tired. If you actually looked at me when the pledge comes on, I put my hand over my heart, but today I didn't because I was sleeping. I literally had my head down on the table when the pledge was going on. But like, A, I'm tired, and B, I don't think I should have to stand for the pledge of something that, like, for a country that is not being fair to everybody that lives in it. And also, it is my constitutional right to not stand for the pledge, because those go over your school laws. Like, my federal rights go over your state rights. And she got pissed. She was so pissed. And she was just like, I don't remember what the fuck she said, because I literally walked out of the class. Like, but she was like saying something to me, but I walked out of the class. But she told me to go to the principal's office. So I was like, okay, bye. So I went to the principal's office. I went to the dean's office, and the dean knows me. The administrator that she sent me to, I have literally been one of his students in middle school, and I have helped him take shit over to his son at the primary school because I literally work for him. I have this like, I'm a student, I'm an assistant student in the front office of my school, and I literally help him like almost every day with stuff that he needs. So I get up there, and he's like, oh, so he takes me back there. He takes me into his office, and he's like, so I got a I've been getting like a lot of emails from Miss Miller, like writing people up for like phones being out and all this other thing. And apparently that's what she said. She said that I had my phone out. And I told him, I went, no, she wrote me up because I didn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, she wrote me up because I didn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. And so he was like, what? Like, again, like, he was just like, that shouldn't be like, well, that's like, he was like, that's weird. Like, he gave me like a very confused look. And I was like, yeah, so I don't know what you're gonna do. Like, I was super casual about it. Like, I wasn't upset with him. Like, he was more confused than angry or whatever. Like, he was more so like trying to figure out what was going on. And I was just like, yeah, no, she wrote me up because of that. And he's like, well, the only thing that's on your record is the, you saying the fuck word in middle school and you got lunch detention. But that's wiped off of your record. That's just hidden, like, in your, that, like, that's just embedded. Like, that's not on your actual record. And I was like, yeah. So I mean, if you want to give me, like, I straight up was like, if you want to give me ISS, like, that's fine. But, like, I told him, I was like, it is my constitutional right to not stand for the pledge. And he was like, yeah, I understand that. And I was like, so you should say that to her. And you should also get her fired because she sat there in a class yesterday and ranted for 20 minutes and said at the very end of it, or multiple times implied it, and also then just outright said it, that if you do not like this country, you should leave. And his eyes got so wide. He was fucking baffled. He was absolutely baffled. And he was just like, wow. So he was just like, get out of my office, like, whatever, I'll talk to you about it. Like, I'll talk to her about that. And then I went back, and next day, she didn't say a fucking word to me. She was surprised as fuck to see me in the classroom. She thought I got ISS. She thought in her whole heart that I got in-school suspension. And was so shocked to see me back in the classroom the next morning. And I was like, what up, bitch? You can't do shit to me. I am immune, motherfucker. Like, have fun fucking talking to the fucking head of the school board because I just called her yesterday. And yes, chat, I did do that. I called the fucking head of the school board and fucking talked to them and told her I told them everything that what she said. I said there are fucking at least 30 fucking witnesses in that goddamn fucking like classroom that said that, and heard her say that. She also wrote up like 3 separate people for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and all this other shit, and didn't get a reply back, but she retired at the end of the year. So I'm pretty sure they fucking told her ass and they were like, you're not fucking working here anymore. Like, I was like, fuck yeah. Like, they forced her to retire. And I was like, yes, I win. But yeah, that was fun. It was awesome. I had a big boy moment. I got to tell off a teacher. And that was like the biggest like fuck you I've ever done to like anyone, like especially like an adult, basically like a stranger adult. Well, okay, that was the biggest thing I had done at the time. 'Cause there is a bigger story that I have done, and I fucking cussed the fuck out of an adult. and almost murdered them in game. But Jared knows that story all too well. But yeah. Bet she had to sign a retirement slip. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they forced her to retire. Because they did that with another teacher, from middle school. Ooh! I don't off the top of my head, but sure will if you start telling it. Graduation, Jared. Graduation. Yep. Yep, graduation was fun. For the most part. My voice was shot as fuck during graduation, though, because I was sick. That shit sucked. Like, I was sick my graduation. But, like, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm not sick and... Like, it was just my voice. Like, I had gotten over my sickness, but, like, it was just my voice that was still shoddy. It was really bad. But yeah, that was fun story times. Now we continue to draw. Cause I haven't been. It's not my fault that I pushed that bitch off a cliff. I slid. So true, King. So true. It was a misinput. Also, does anyone know how to turn the profanity filter off on mobile? Just go to your settings. Go to... Should be in your settings somewhere, like your chat settings. My graduation / leavers day was fun but pain because I had to force myself awake to get to the final assembly, so I just sat there like this the whole time. Didn't even get to get my shit signed. Aww. Oh, your shirt signed. Oh. Oh, well, I have a whole hoodie with my year's names on apart from my best friend and her sister because the school is racist to... What the fuck? Insane. Let me turn up the Sonic music for you guys. There we go. some silly little gems. To Russians? That's new. Oh, I'm not looking at my chat. Like, I literally looked for hours on the hoodie for their names, but they weren't there. I remember I took ethic diversity class in high school, and one of the things we discussed were stereotypes of different cultures. So the instructor lists things like Italians, Germans, Irish, etc., and we all say some stereotypes that come to mind. But when the fourth one he says is Polish, and we were all like, there are Polish stereotypes? Generational thing. Yeah, I feel like it would come down to a lot of like generational stuff. I mean, you could argue like a Russian stereotype, and it's not even like particularly like the people's fault, but it's just like every Russian's a communist. Like, that's just an example. Like, that's not what I think, but like that's just an example like of a generational thing. So like it kind of makes sense, but it's like not. I don't know. That's weird that they wouldn't put their names on a t-shirt. Change in you, like you never had a way that you cross a line after you change. Holy shit. I think they mainly weren't there because A, they had a bully who was from a rich family who probs managed to convince the school not to include them. B, the head of the year was a piece of shit. And C, because my best friend's sister was a massive bitch to everyone at school, and I mean everyone, plus they both had abhorrent absence scores. Abhorrent? Abhorrent. Abhorrent. Abhorrent means terror. Yeah, yeah. I know what it means. I just don't know how to say it. I had vocab class. Both known by the school as the Russians, had some nasty rumors flying around. Oh, damn. You've missed nothing, Andrew. Just silly stuff. Actually, I think you missed my story, but it's okay. You'll hear it one day in a chat. In a VC. But I'm finally drawing again, so... Yes, it was. I think you may have heard it before, but I cannot remember. Yeah. Basically. The short, I was a girl boss. I went crazy. I mansplained, manipulated, and male-wifed. I gaslit, gatekeeped, and girl bossed. Oh my god, so much text. Oh, that's cool. I just read it in my brain. That's cool. Okay. Alright, we got 3 buddies. We got 3 little guys. How long have I been streaming? Almost 3 hours! Oh, God. I still got Doug. Ronnie's character and Talum. Look at that little guy.
Oh, thank you, Perry.
Oh, my nose, it itch. Really should go make some food. You should go make some food. I think I might end stream just because I'm a little My eyes hurt. Or I might switch over. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, a little EP though. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, so I think I'll stop for now. Yes, it's been very fun. I enjoyed telling you all stories and drawing your silly little creatures. I'll next stream. Oh, thank you for stretch, Jared. I will probably stream. I will most definitely stream sometime this week, like this weekend, because Babe's working again. He's either working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I will be streaming either one of those days. So that's gonna be fine. And I'll finish these. I'll finish these in my spare time. I'll finish these probably tomorrow. If not, then I'll finish them on stream. Finish the art challenge one. And then yeah, then we'll be done with all this silly Twitter stuff. Silly Twitter stuff. So, let us poof get out of here. It was nice seeing you all again. I hope I can start streaming a little bit more consistently. I say that all the time, every time I stream. But I want to try and at least stream every week. Like my schedule says it is. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Don't forget to follow or join the Discord server if you are not already in the Discord server. And I will see you guys at the next stream. Bye bye.